Peace, love, and light. Welcome to the Womb Kitchen. My name is Mizana, and today we are discussing fatigue. How are we managing fatigue in our minds, in our bodies, in our environment? The womb handles fatigue in a particular way. Stay tuned for this information. So, welcome. Let's take a nice deep breath in and bring ourselves here in our now so that we can receive this information, so that we can step into our authentic self, into that space of knowing, and we can apply what needs to be applied so that we can be aligned and walk in authenticity, right? So let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose and release it longer than the inhale out of our mouths. So here at the Womb Kitchen, we meet the body as an environment. Nothing to discipline, nothing to override or improve. Today's emotional recipe is fatigue. Fatigue is often treated as a problem to solve, something to push through, something to correct. But fatigue is not a failure of effort. Fatigue is the body saying, I can no longer compensate. Nothing has gone wrong. The body is just telling the truth. I can no longer compensate. I need support. So the body is speaking to us, but are we listening? If we're not listening and we're not supporting the body, fatigue steps in. So fatigue lives in the nervous system as a long-term adaptation. It appears when the body has been holding emotional weight without relief, staying alert longer than intended, caretaking without restoration, functioning without adequate support. The nervous system is designed for rhythm, activation, and rest. When rest is delayed too long, fatigue emerges, not as laziness, as we oftentimes look at it as, not as weakness, but as protection. Remember, the body is intelligent. It has an intelligence of its own, right? So fatigue is the body withdrawing energy so that it does not collapse entirely. So it has to protect itself. When the body is fatigued, it's activating fight or flight. Keep that in mind. So it's going to look for a way to protect itself. This is not a malfunction. This is survival intelligence. Fatigue is not asking for motivation. It doesn't ask for motivation. Fatigue is asking for relief, containment, permission, something to stop. Often, fatigue arrives after long periods of holding it together. And when you hear yourself say that, okay, I just need to hold it together for a little while longer, you're choosing the grievance. I often say to you, what is it, that our moments often present us with a question, a miracle or grievance, right? That is the reason that's in place, is because it's asking us to be aware, to pay attention. Oftentimes, we choose a grievance, and we choose the grievance over and over again. So we send our body into this fight or flight, this protective type of mindset, right? We could have chosen the miracle and look at what's happening, our environment, in a different way, so that we, don't activate the fight or flight. But we haven't been taught that. We've been taught to choose the grievance. So often fatigue arrives after long periods of holding it together. The body does not forget how much it has carried. Eventually, it says, I can't do this anymore without support. I need support. Are we paying attention is the question. So when the body says that, it's not giving up. This is the body choosing preservation. It is intelligent. Here's the refrain. Fatigue is not the body failing. Fatigue is the body setting a boundary. It is not the body failing. It's the body setting a boundary. Look, I can't do this anymore. I need support. If it doesn't get support, it's going to set a boundary, right? That's protection. It's protecting itself. So it's saying this pace is not sustainable. This load is not meant to be carried alone. Fatigue is a request for care, not a command to push harder. Because of the narratives that we have, we tend to push harder. Oh, that's okay. Let me hold on a little more. Let me just get through this. I just have 5 more loads of clothes to do. And once I've done that, then I'll be okay. That's okay. I need to finish this so that I can rest. No, that's not what it's asking you to do. It's asking you to pay attention right now in your now. So let's do a guided somatic pause, letting the body become heavy. Okay? So take a nice deep breath. Find a position that you can sit and ground yourself in and feel safe. Let's pause together. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale. So the next inhale through your nose, the exhale will come through your mouth longer than the inhale through your nose. Inhale. Gently and slowly release through your mouth. One more time, inhale. So let's slow together. If it feels safe, allow your body to become heavier where it rests. Wherever you are, allow your body to sink deep into this now. Place one hand on your chest or your womb space. Let the other hand fall gently and naturally. Beautiful. Do not try to breathe deeply. Instead, allow your exhale to lengthen just a little longer, more than before. Stretch it out just a little longer. Inhale gently. Exhale through your mouth a little longer. Feel your body settling in, resting in this space. Now gently say to yourself, I am allowed to stop compensating. Notice what happens. Pay attention to your internal environment. You may feel emotion. You may feel resistance. You may feel nothing at all. All responses are valid. Now ask gently, what have I been carrying longer than my body wanted to? Do not search for answers. Let sensation speak. Take one more slow breath. And ground in. Beautiful. Gently open the eyes if they were closed. So why rest feels hard when fatigued? Rest feels difficult when fatigue has gone unacknowledged. Because the body has learned stopping is unsafe. Slowing means falling behind. Rest must be earned. So fatigue lingers. Not because rest hasn't happened, but because permission hasn't. Fatigue lingers not because rest hasn't happened, but because permission hasn't. Fatigue resolves not through sleep alone, but through relief. Relief happens when the body feels believed. When you pay attention, when you acknowledge that your body needs support, that it can no longer continue doing what it's doing, when you believe that and you respond to it, right? Then fatigue resolves. That's just how this beautiful miracle has been created. So the closing would be fatigue as honesty, right? So fatigue is not a flaw in your character. It is honesty in your nervous system. It is the body saying, I need care, not correction. This is the work of the womb kitchen. Creating an internal environment where the body does not have to beg to be listened to. So, if you'd like to deepen this work, join the masterclass. The masterclass will be housed on my website. And it goes in more. It's an environment where you are introduced and exposed to truth. Truth being getting past this container called the mind that recycles the information. It's getting past that and going to the space where your authenticity and your knowing is housed. There you will find truth. So, Continue to follow me, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, do all those things that we normally say to do so that you can continue to grow and I can continue to grow as well. So stay in peace, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you on the next emotional recipe card. Asheo.